And after a couple years in Charlotte, of course, Michael Jordan buys the team. What was it like playing for MJ? The pressure involved, him on the bench, sitting courtside, kind of yelling at the refs, maybe yelling at some players. I want you to walk me through all of that.
Man, it's funny, man. It's one of those things where I met MJ and I've known MJ, when I was in college. So just to be around him all the time because he's one of those guys. He used to come to practice. He would play against us. We would play 1-on-1 and do little stuff like that when he became the owner and stuff like that. So he was always around and hands on. And he never bit his tongue. If you want getting the job done and you wasn't playing right, he was gonna let you know. So but that's MJ. That's the GOAT. And who was gonna get mad at him for what he was saying to you? You kind of just listen to it and take it in a positive way, and really try to go out there and play harder and try to do better. So it was fun though. It was good to see him over there. It was good to be a part of it. It was good to see him become minority owner of the Bobcats when I was there, who now are the Charlotte Hornets. Again, but it was a beautiful thing, man. It was fun. I'm happy I had the chance to be, right there and be a part of it.
On episode 12 of Inside Buzz, I had Eduardo Nahara on. Now, he was a Bobcat, I think a little after you. And he told the story of Michael Jordan beating MJ, who was like 49, 50 years old, beating a trash-talking Steven Jackson in a one-on-one. Now, I've seen those pictures of you playing MJ one-on-one in practice. What was that like, and what kind of trash was he talking to you and your teammates that day?
He was talking trash to everybody. I mean, it was funny, man. It was fun. But it was fun though. It was good trash talking. You know what I'm saying? And he said what he wanted to say. We said what we wanted to say, and it was just getting out there. And I think he still ended up beating us that day, to be honest. But I will say I got me a bucket on MJ though. I
That's
did
a
get me a I did get me a bucket on MJ, but he got plenty of them on me though, and I think he ended up beating us. That I'm gonna just take my one little bucket and go with it.
Listen, that's an all-time story you'll be telling your kids forever, I'm sure. I mean, you saw it when he was like 50, the buckets he was getting. What does prime Michael Jordan put up numbers-wise in this current NBA landscape of, a spread-out court, three-point shooting, and, you kind of drive and you're automatically getting to the free throw line?
What you gotta understand is, and I talk to people about this all the time. They're like, "Oh, LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron better than MJ." It's not about MJ being better than LeBron, LeBron being better than MJ. A lot of people don't understand. I like with me, Kobe's in that conversation too. With the things he's done and what he's done for the game of basketball. And LeBron too. Like those three guys are iconic. They done some iconic things and they've done a lot for the game of basketball. So I'm not taking nothing from neither one of them. But for me as a kid and then growing up, MJ is my GOAT. MJ is my GOAT. And then the time and the era that MJ played, if MJ was playing right now, MJ would probably average 60. He would average 60 a game. He was a scorer. He was just a bona fide scorer. You couldn't do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? So if he was playing now where you can't be touched and you can barely touch somebody now, if you elbow somebody now, you get ejected. Like I watch, I do sports analyst stuff with Bally Sports. So I did a Pelicans game the other day. Pelicans versus Washington. And JV Valachunas, he got the ball in the post. He made a simple post move and threw his elbow a little bit, which is a normal post move. And Taj Gibson was just a little low in the post trying to guard him. So his head was lower than normally what it would be. And he just made an accident and elbowed the guy across his head because he was just making a post move, not knowing how low his positioning was. And he gets ejected from the game. Wasn't intentional. Yeah. And they ejected. That's how soft the game is now. You getting ejected now for a simple mistake, blow. And it's I don't know, man. It's just MJ would have just averaged 60. He would have averaged 60. He played when elbows was like, there was a common foul. He was getting knocked out the air. They was punching him in his face when he was going to the basket. I mean, it was just crazy stuff like that going on. It was the physicality was so different back then that how can we sit here and say that this person is the GOAT, that person is the GOAT, this person is better. It's two different eras.
I see it as MJ evolving into, a pretty decent 3-point shooter because anything MJ lacked, he always kind of capitalized on in the offseason and got better at it. Everybody's shooting threes. You don't think MJ would be, practicing that all summer long?
MJ would have been a 45% 3-point shooter plus, because he was just like you said, he was that type of player. Whatever whatever he lacked at, he was gonna kill himself in the gym in the summertime, getting ready and coming back that next year to make sure he was better at it. That's just who he was. So yeah, to say that he couldn't shoot threes, you're crazy, because
Exactly.
he would have figured it out.